great for rising, and Wilson, North Carolina. It's the auto care, so it's called Synergy Auto Care. Well, in Synergy Auto Care, this black lady was in there, seemed to be the only black person in there, and she felt like these white people were disrespecting Juneteenth. So I want you to look at this, and I'll come back.
A Wilson car shop owner this evening is apologizing after one of his employees' comments about Juneteenth has sparked backlash. The incident was also caught on camera. It led to one customer walking out and demanding her car back. WRAL's Flynn Snyder talked with the shop owner about what happened.
It started Wednesday when a customer in the waiting area at Synergy Auto Care asks,
"Why are the banks closed tomorrow?"
An employee behind the desk replies,
"Juneteenth. New holiday they did a few years ago."
Leading to this comment from the customer.
Okie dokie then.
That's when another employee says,
"I know, right?"
Immediately, a black woman sitting in the waiting area starts to walk out, appearing upset over the exchange.
Pull my truck around, please. Pull my truck around and give me my keys to my truck.
Seconds after the customer leaves, a third customer in the waiting area asks,
"What is Juneteenth?"
Exactly. Nobody really knows, but I think it's something to do with reparations.
You have Google. If you really are interested in knowing what the holiday is about.
Dr. Richard, I don't think they're particularly interested in knowing what Juneteenth is. I think they're just making conversation. He asked a question about the bank. I've done that before if the banks are closed. Okay, why are the banks closed today? So I don't think they're really interested in Juneteenth like that. You got to do research.
This is funny. So the woman, the only black person in Synergy Auto Care in Wilson, North Carolina, at the time told an employee to, quote, "Give me my effing truck, pull my truck around, please. Pull my truck around and give me my truck. I don't want nothing done from here." She continued, "Please give me my truck, thank you." She then promptly turned and left the store. After the black woman, one of the employees admitted he didn't know what Juneteenth was. Something about reparations, something. He said,
Dr. Richard, do you know how many black people there are who don't know what Juneteenth is? Don't care to know about Juneteenth? Do you know how many black people there are who actually know what Juneteenth is and still don't care about Juneteenth? I notice we get so bent out of shape, it seems, when white people don't seem to care about what affects us. Why do we need their validation? Why are we so concerned? Because they're not concerned about Juneteenth.
Here's backlash. What did your staff member mean by "I know right" in response to that customer?
She was thinking the holiday had a whole nother meaning. She was believing it had to do something with the school letting out teenagers where the teenth came from it.
I don't believe a word of it. First of all, how do you know what she meant? And secondly, you do know what she meant because you could tell by her voice, the way she said it, the chuckle, you knew exactly what she meant. Look, at least man up. But then you're saying this, I don't know what she would have said. But to her, to you, anybody, man up. If you're man enough to say it, then be man enough to stick by it. This throwing rocks and hiding hands really make you look worse. I don't believe a word of it. I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt in a way. Because if she didn't know what it meant, the teeth there, it does sound like teenagers, doesn't it? Juneteenth, teenagers. And maybe she was thinking, the kids are just out of school frivolously. Yeah, you heard her say that word. But anyway, so I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt, but not really, if that makes sense.
Made several attempts to contact the woman seen walking out in the video, which has now been shared widely on social media. Her relatives told us she was unavailable for an interview. Several accounts have voiced support for the woman. "Thank you for standing up for us at that shop, love," said one commenter. "You did the right thing," said another. The shop owner says he's since taken steps to educate the employee and the rest of his staff about Juneteenth, a holiday which became a federal observance in June 2021, commemorating the end of slavery in the U.S.
The employee at the shop, good job you're doing to educate, because like I said, a lot of us, even as black people, we have no idea what Juneteenth is. Or if we do, we have vague ideas. So I think you're doing the right thing in educating.
She doesn't really have a platform to say how much she apologizes for it and she wishes it never happened, but she tells me every day that, she wishes it didn't go down that way and she didn't know and she wishes she would have known what she knew.
Sir, she has a platform, the one you're on. It's called social media. If she really wants to reach out, let her reach out the way you did. I can understand why she may be hiding back because of the backlash and everything, but she has a platform. And as far as her being sorry, if she didn't mean anything, my advice to her was to just suck it up and keep it moving. Suck it up and keep it moving. If you don't know, you don't know.
Now,
Doherty says he has reached out to the woman in the video to apologize. Flint Snyder, WRAL News, Wilson.
To the lady who left the shop, black lady, if you think this woman was deliberately being offensive, I don't blame you for not even responding to them talking about apology and stuff. I'm so sick and tired of these people wanting to say in and everything they want to. And all they have to do is say they're sorry, I apologize, and all is well. If you feel like she was deliberately being offensive, or any of them for that matter, don't even talk to them.
Now, the shop owner claims that some of his employees have gotten death threats after that exchange. He tells us no one has been terminated following the incident.
Death threats? I don't believe a word of it. Black man, have we become too sensitive? Have we become so, I was trying to think of a word, but whatever the word is, it'll come later on. But have we gotten to the point where everything somebody white says that automatically we find it to be so offensive, we just think automatically that they are being disrespectful to us? If so, why do you think that is? Why do you think that we find so much of what they say offensive? Even if they may not mean it offensively, what is it that make us decide that it is? And here again, black men, learn about Juneteenth yourself. Teach Juneteenth. So many of us don't even know what Juneteenth is, what it's all about. Some of us, just like that white girl, we see the teenth and think it has something to do with teenagers. Black man, you expected the white folk to know what you don't even know. Why did you do it? Keep on churning till the butter comes. I'm Lily Bear. Be encouraged. Subscribe, comment, like, and share. Support our youth in any way you can. Keep on churning till the butter comes. Albert C. Richardson, a black man, patent the butter churn U.S. patent number 446470, February 17th, 1891. I'm Lily Bear. I'm just trying to create a dialogue. I leave you with this. If they close my book, you remember my story. A Nat Turner Runner production. Lock and load. Lily Bear. Be encouraged.